So I had an epiphany a couple years ago, and it was a game changer for me, so I thought I would share it with you. I will say there are a lot of swear words in this philosophy. There is no empirical evidence for it, but I wish there was a study. When we're in our teens and early 20s, we give a fuck about like everything. We just throw out our fucks to give willy-nilly on the most random shit that doesn't really matter, that doesn't affect our lives, that's, none of our business. I kind of liken this to, I don't know what it's like for dudes, and if you have an idea, I'd love to hear it, but as women, we know in the back of our brain somewhere that we have ovaries and we have eggs in those ovaries, but like we're not thinking at that age like how many there are or the quality. Like we're just trying not to get knocked up. And then eventually there comes a day when you realize, oh shit, I don't have an unlimited amount of eggs, and the ones that I do have maybe aren't great. And the same thing applies when it comes to fucks to give. I took a mental inventory and I looked at my bucket of fucks to give. And much to my surprise, it was not overflowing. And that's when I realized, oh, okay, I have a finite amount of fucks to give in this life. Oh, wow, okay. Well, because you've seen it. Maybe you've been to a senior center and there are some elderly people that are just like vacant, gone, checked out. They have no more fucks to give. That's it. That's because if you continue to burn through your fucks to give, you will burn out. You will get overwhelmed. And then you will get too exhausted to give a fuck anymore. And I don't want that. I don't want to be 90 or 100, which I think I could live to be, because not have any fucks to give left. Because by the way, it's not just like anger, it's also passion and curiosity and excitement and wonder and enthusiasm and curiosity. The lower that bucket gets, right, the harder it becomes to reach down in there to grab that give a fuck. And I don't want to have to dig deep when I'm like 85 to give a fuck. I want them to be handy. So I created an FTG bureau, a fucks to give bureau. And when a situation arises and I start feeling something, good or bad, I have a committee meeting. Well, it's me saying it to me in my own brain, but in this example, is judging this person, is getting upset over this person and this person's actions going to change your life? Is it going to change the situation? Is their lifestyle and their choices going to make any difference at all in your life? Is working on this sweater for X amount of time and realizing it's not going to work, was it interesting making that sweater? Do you need to give a fuck about it not working, or can you just let it go and put it under lessons learned? All of these things that are happening around you that you can't affect and you can't change and that are none of your business, let's not give a fuck about that, okay? And so I don't. And I especially don't give a fuck when people judge me. That's the other thing. I don't fucking care. Have at it. Judge away. That's your business, not mine. Now, of course, there are situations and there are things that I cannot change that I give a fuck about, like when Roe v. Wade was overturned, or when people use anecdotal evidence instead of scientific data and decide not to vaccinate their children. I give a fuck about those things and I can't change them. But here's what I won't do. I won't get into an argument with someone who is pro-life, trying to describe all of the reasons, the imperative, political, moral, there's so many reasons why a woman should have agency over her own body is vital. Nor will I get into a debate with people who don't believe in vaccinating their kids because they don't understand herd immunity, and you could show them all the receipts in the world. They're intractable. They're never going to change. That's why I love making, because you get into a room and all of those views and values, like, they are not what's important in that moment. Connection over common interests is what's important, and that connection can become a bridge to change. But debating, screaming into the void, that's not going to happen. So I would say, understand that your fucks to give are a valuable resource. They are a commodity, and you should use them judiciously. I hate saying you should because it sounds very luxury, but like, be mindful about that fuck that you gave away, because you're never going to get it back. All the mindfulness retreats in the world are not going to get that fuck to give back. It's gone. It's gone for good. That's it. Focus on giving a fuck about the things that matter, that you can change, that you can make, where you can make a difference. If there's tension in a relationship and you give a fuck about that relationship, give a fuck, but give a fuck respectfully. Like, draw it out slowly. Don't hurl it at someone. Are you going to give a fuck about a person that you do not know, that you will never know, that you will never meet, whose life has nothing to do with yours? Are you really going to invest like 45,000 fucks to give over this person? Really? Or a person that you do know? You know, you give 10,000 fucks to this person every day and they give you 5. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to have someone give like a shit ton of fucks about you. And if they aren't, that's something to think about. And if you're a young person, start now. Start, rationing them now and thinking about it now. Because like I said, the lower they get in the bucket, the harder it is to get to them. But if you save them up, they're going to be there whenever you need them and whenever you want them. So that is my philosophy about fucks to give.